Well, I have a drinking problem and mental health issues. I get so depressed and anxiety that I end up relapsing. I had 3 years and I had relapsed. So I was having a hard time.
I've been beat like every single day, you know. My self-esteem always got thrown down on the ground, so it's like, oh well, you know, I feel like I'm a piece of shit. I'm like nothing, you know, like who am I? From there, like they ended up investigating at my house. And the time like when they came to investigate, my aunt was already like beating the living hell out of me, basically, you know. Like I had no chance, like nothing, you know. Like I was laying on the ground for Pete's sake, like, you know, like 13, like come on. And they took me away, and that's how I ended up in social services.
I had had an emotionally abusive marriage for 12 years, and at the time I didn't know it counted as domestic violence. And I ended up having to move out of the place that I rented, and between staying on my friend's couch and in my van, either on a street or in a campground.
I, I had my stroke, and then when I got out of the hospital, my girlfriend was being unfaithful to me with somebody else and moved somebody else in, and I couldn't pay rent anymore, so I had to move out of there, and that was in January 2015. So I've been on the streets since then, pretty much. And then this time last year, I was trying to kill myself because like I fall down, and when I wake up, I'm looking across the street or something, and I don't know where I am, and I feel vulnerable in the streets, like anybody could kill me or steal my stuff, which they did. They stole everything.
Well, the reason why I became homeless was due to the fact that I got evicted at the place that I was at, and then also due to my parents passing, because I lost my parents not too long ago, and so that became a big ordeal for me. So I became homeless due to that circumstances that was facing.
I was homeless prior to ending up at the ASL for about 3 months, and so I would sleep in my car.
Just really was just having a hard time. I had just hit a hard road in life. I had violence against me in a relationship with a boyfriend who was very controlling. It was definitely a lot of verbal, but then some physical happened, and it really just started to affect my self-esteem. So work suffered, my professional and social life suffered, and I found myself out on the streets and living in my car and staying at friends' homes. And I found out about Friendship Shelter, and so I called in and got my name on the list because there's a process with getting in. So I stayed on the waiting list, finally got that call to come in, and my life changed.
It's been really hard, but like I said, the things that I have, I'm grateful. And I struggle, and, but if there was something I really needed, I could go to staff and, if I needed food or, something, clothes or things, things of that nature, they'd work with me and we could find some way to help me.
And I have to have more angiograms, and I have to have brain surgery soon, and it's somewhere for me to heal. Besides the streets, I can't heal in the streets. You provide everything. I mean, you provide my way to see my doctors and everything, my neurosurgeons and my psychiatrists. You give me a bus pass every month.
If it like comes to like housing or food or anything, like they're definitely there to help you, because they definitely help me. Even like someone to talk to. I have a whole office full of ladies that I just go in the office and say, hey, and they're like, hey, what's going on, Ernie?
My transition from the ASL to the Friendship Shelter was a great experience. They helped me at the ASL get into rehab and had it all set up and arranged that after I completed my 90 days in rehab, which I swore to God I never needed because I only recreational drank every day after work and heavily on weekends. I wasn't an alcoholic till I got to the ASL, which I realized that was just me bullshitting myself. And the programs here are great. The people at the Friendship Shelter are exceptional.
I not only had a curfew and, had a set schedule of what time I would go to bed and wake up in the morning, but I was also required to look for a job. So we had a case manager who actually supported us through that process with job searching and also, starting to really look for the next step after graduating. I also, with my DUI, entered the 12-step community and had an addiction counselor.
I was prepared for a really scary scene, but when I got here, it was mellow. And of course, the staff you meet right away, and everyone was super nice and helped you feel comfortable. And then the people that were here, I was surprised at. Some people that had problems just like me, that were, they weren't scary or they weren't someone that should be hospitalized or whatever. They just were people that had been going through a really hard time and needed a hand up too. So it was very comfortable, and actually by being here, I healed so much from the person I was when I got here was devastated and destroyed. And I was able to open up to people and make little friendships that I had needed so badly, and started to feel comfortable and start to be myself again, kind of remember who I used to be. And that in itself is priceless.
They provided me with a sense of that life isn't that bad, and then that we all go through a part of life where we do want to take our lives, but they show me reassurance that that I need to love myself more and that I'm capable of being successful. And then I told them that about the Friendship Shelter, that I heard about that, and I want to go there. And so they helped me get into this establishment, which I'm very grateful, and my gratitude is on the chart of this place, because without Friendship Shelter, I don't know where I'll be, because they gave me hope for myself.
I don't know, but really, Friendship Shelter and you have been the best to me. Saved my life. That's no lie. I would be dead right now if it wasn't for you guys. I guarantee it. I would be dead.
The Friendship Shelter has given me a peace of mind and serenity to think about myself, get over my surgery, get some kind of faith and dignity back in my life.
I got on a list for an apartment, and it was a little bit of a process, paperwork and things, but I was approved, and in just a few weeks I will be moving to a brand new apartment.
Yeah, I've been working, as a nurse again, and just really building my self-esteem back. I mean, just being able to have a more stable life and get back to really liking myself.